Welcome to the overnight. It's about 3:30 in the morning. So I make a quick point about the Yankees. Took 3 or 4 from Baltimore. Big 10th inning after, they had so many opportunities to win that game. And their bullpen had so many opportunities to give it away. And Ben Rice was been pretty much the whole offense for the day. Big grand slam in the 10th. They're down. They're 2 games behind with 6 to play. They have a chance of vision. They need to go 5-1 at minimum. But that's about the Yankees. Now I'm going to talk about the Giants tonight. Was this a winnable game? Absolutely. Did I realistically think they were going to win? It all depended on a whole bunch of things. Not commit stupid penalties. Execute on offense. Defense just doesn't, shit the bed. I mean, the beginning of the game, I like what they did. They tried to establish the run early, which they needed to. Because they haven't run the ball well yet. Tyrone Tracy and Scatterbo. And then all of a sudden, it's 3rd and 7, and then, Chris Collinsworth just blurts out, "Oh, Graham Gano has a groin issues." I'm like, are you fucking serious? Are we going to go do this shit again? And I made a fucking awful play call running it on 3rd and 7, and then the 4th down was just, Russell got the ball batted down. And that was just a fucking precursor of the night with the offense. We all wanted Andrew Thomas to come back. And he was alright. But did it fucking matter for the offense? Like, seriously. I mean, fucking seriously here. Steve Spagnuolo had a great game plan against Malik Neighbors. And did Brian Dable or Mike Kafka try to come up with in-game adjustments to try to scheme them wide open? Nope. They just fucking didn't. Pretty much Cam Scatterbo was the entire offense today. I mean, yes, he played well. But when you think about it, the only reason why, because Tyrone Tracy got hurt. And I thought Tyrone Tracy was going to have a good game. Him and Scatterbo, I think, were going to be a good 1-2 punch last night. Tracy got hurt his shoulder, and it was Scatterbo the rest of the night. But the play calling at times was fucking pathetic. Last week, what had Russell Wilson with throwing the ball down the field, where we had like 260 yards at the half. And yet last night he went 0 for 4 in the first half. What a pick. The NFL knows what this fucking team does. It's either gonna throw it to the running backs or heave it 25 yards down the field. At the half, and I'm gonna get to the defense here. I'm gonna talk about the defense here. Chris Collinsworth, I don't know what the fuck you were saying. Because here's how it is with the defense. All the defense had to do is not let fucking Patrick Mahomes run all over the fucking field when you're fucking blitzing him. And what did the Giants defense do? Let him fucking escape. Let him And this team was fucking allergic to and this team was allergic to the football. The end of the second quarter, when Mahomes did it not once but twice and threw it behind the line of scrimmage. And the first one was confusing because it looked like it went on a straight line, but they ruled it a backwards pass. And then the second one, Bobby Okereke had no excuse not to pick that fucking thing up, and you let fucking Kermit fucking Mahomes just take it fucking from you. That was fucking embarrassing. And then, this team cannot fucking stay away from fucking penalties at the wrong time. Where, I don't know, Mahomes is running all over the place, and it looked like Abdul Carter was going to get him, and then he just fucking heaves it 25 yards, 30 yards down the field, and fucking Drew Phillips fucking pass interference. And they wound up kicking a field goal, and they wound up taking the lead at the half. And especially with that first half, where the offense did absolutely fucking nothing except for Cam Scatterbo. Russell Wilson played like garbage. He couldn't fucking scheme. You're sitting there. You guys are sitting there on fucking your iPads. You guys can't figure it out how to get Malik Nabers the fucking ball? Or you Wan'Dale Robinson? Inexcusable. And then with the fucking, and then you hear Dable after the game, not good enough. That's all we hear from him. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. It's what it fucking is with this. Not good enough. And then these three fucking, you sprinkle in Jackson Dart for 3 plays again. And the NFL, teams now are anticipating it. There was one play with Dart. It was on a 3-yard run. It was actually a fucking scramble because it looked like he was going to throw the football. And the fucking rush got there fucking fast. And right then and there, I just knew he's not ready. There is no fucking way that he is fucking ready for the NFL. He's not. And I can understand, game's over. You're down 22-9. Yeah, you're fucking moving the football, but, you can't score because you don't have a fucking kicker. Can't kick field goals unless it's from 20 yards. With 3 minutes to go, the game's over. There's no fucking way you can make a comeback. You know what? Let Jackson Dart finish the game. That's how you fucking do it. Not this fucking sprinkling one play here, one play there, and especially in the fucking third, fourth quarter. I mean, now I think, I've always said when the Giants are going to win a game. I think it's going to be New Orleans, but now I'm not so fucking sure. Because you never know with this team. And to hear Sean O'Hara after the game, this team should be 2-1, this is a good team. No, it's not. It's a poorly coached fucking team. And it starts with Brian Daboll. Starts with him and his fucking coaching staff. Yes, they ran the ball well. That was the only good thing they did on offense. Russell Wilson was just complete garbage tonight. When you're trying to force it down the field, now teams were... Kansas City was expecting it. They're expecting those fucking moon balls. They're expecting it. But yet, no fucking adjustments. This jackpot fucking shit, it's gotta fucking go. I mean, I don't know how many passes between 10 to 20 yards did Russell Wilson even throw? It had to be at least 2 or 3. So now we're 0-3. And it's going to be 0-4 because, you got the Chargers. Hey, they're not winning that game. Just, Justin Herbert's just going to pick apart this fucking defense. It doesn't fucking matter. I know this was going to be a bad season. I knew it was. I've always said player development on this team for the last 2 to 3 years have been god fucking poor. You've seen players that Joe Schoen has drafted, and you're thinking that, and they have a good first season. And then they fucking regress. What I was looking for this year is last year's class. See how they fare this year. How it's gonna be. Will they improve? Will they take it to the next step, and improve and get better, or will they regress? And you want to know something? Malik Neighbors, he's just gonna get better. Let's see, our second rounder, Tyler Newman. He's supposed to be this ball hawk. I haven't fucking seen it yet. Drew Phillips. In his rookie season, in the beginning of the year, he was good against the run. And then all of a sudden, You put him out again on a wide receiver, and he gets burnt. He is a severe liability in pass coverage, and it would show today. You know, penalties and the last couple of weeks. You know, Theo Johnson, incomplete because he was injured last year, but he was getting better. He had a good last game, but you know, Mike Kafka forgot he had fucking tight ends and they didn't throw it to him to the fourth fucking quarter. Who else? Tyrone Tracy. Good rookie season. 1,000 yards from scrimmage. You know, I thought he was going to have a good game today because he had a couple of good runs and he had, and then he got hurt. And you got Darius Marisal, who's on the injury list. So, are we going to keep fucking blaming Joe Schoen for this fucking mess? You want to blame Joe Schoen? Blame Joe Schoen for fucking keeping Grant Gino on the fucking roster. You want to blame Joe Schoen? Blame him for giving fucking James Hudson that fucking contract. You want to blame Joe Schoen? Last year he lit $5 million on fire for Drew by signing Drew Lock. And then you saw the fucking nonsense that, you know, demoting Daniel Jones to fourth string and shit like that. And I'm going to talk about Daniel Jones in a second, because, and now they're lighting $4 million on fire for Jameis Winston. Because you know what's going to happen. Because if Russell Wilson struggles next week, they're going to clamor for Dart. And I think Dart is not ready. Do you honestly think, be realistic with me, that do you really think it's going to be any fucking different with Jackson Dart? No, it won't be. So, you know, there's so many things that fucking need to change. You know, Shane Bowen's defense is just, it's fucking awful. You got Brian Burns, you got Kayvon Thibodeau, you got Abdul Carter, and you got fucking Dexter Lawrence. And Dexter Lawrence is one of the best defensive tackles in the fucking league. And you know where he's at? He's sitting on the bench and he looks fucking gassed. It's like he's not even fucking in playing shape. It's like, what are these guys doing during training camp? You know, I wanted Robert Saleh. When the Jets fucking canned him, the Giants should have pounced. But yet, I think Bowen is going to be the first one done. I think he's going to be the first fucking one gone. And then I predicted that, and I've said this from last year and from the offseason, that Brian Daboll will be fired after the second Philly game, after week 8. And I'll say this now, and I'll be bold, and I know I'll probably be wrong, but I might just call this right now. If they lose to New Orleans, that's it. He is completely finished. Him and Kafka, I don't care who you make fucking interim coach. Kafka does not, he needs to be gone from this. You got a new quarterback room. You got some sort of depth on the offensive line, because Evan Neal's been a healthy scratch for 3 weeks. But whatever. And everyone was optimistic about this fucking team. Like, oh, we got a fucking quarterback now, and Malik Neighbors going to get better for year 2, and whatnot. But nobody realized the fact that you didn't know who was going to call the plays, and the last 2 years, the 2 coaches that called plays were fucking second to last in offense. So you thought you were going to have Russell Wilson, veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, what have you. And you got Jameis Winston, gunslinger, can throw the touchdowns, but you throw interceptions and shit like that. And you got Jackson Dart. Did you honestly think that this offense was just going to just, like, instantly get better? Now you really, after 3 weeks, after Giants have scored single digits for the second time in 3 weeks, Dallas must be really that fucking bad on defense. You have to. I mean, look at the landscape yesterday in the NFL. Yeah, there were some crazy games, with block punts and special team shit. But the thing is this. Look at the backup quarterbacks that played yesterday. And look what their team scored. Carson Wentz. How many points did did Carson Wentz score for Minnesota? 34 of the 48? Marcus Mariota. How many points did his team score yesterday? Wow, they really missed Jaden Daniels there. What did he score? 41? Or 34? I don't know if I think they had a punt return touchdown. I'm not 100% sure. Because I was working during the early games. You had Tyrod Taylor. He brought that team back, and then they took the lead with the block punt, with the block field goal. I mean, Jake Browning, they got embarrassed and whatnot. He looked so fucking bad. And then you got Daniel Jones. It's not a backup quarterback, but his Indianapolis Colts are 3-0. They scored 41 points yesterday. 3 weeks of Daniel Jones. He's 3-0, has played clean football. That is a product of good coaching. A product of good coaching. It's something the Giants don't fucking have. I mean, let's be realistic here. What, out of the 5 years that Daniel Jones was there, how many good years did he have? He had the first year under Dable, and then his rookie season, and under Shermer. But those other years, I mean, the last 2 years with Dable, did Brian Dable actually fucking try to help him and develop him into something? And I've always said it. What other than Josh Allen, you tell me, name a fucking quarterback that is successful in the NFL. And please don't say Tua. Please don't say fucking Jalen Hurts. And please don't say Mac Jones. Because Dable had him when he was at Alabama. And that shit doesn't count. And you look at Josh Allen after Brian Daboll left. He's gotten way better. So, is it a product? Is it that Brian Daboll's just not a good fucking coach and nobody's even fucking realizing it? Because, I mean, yes, I agree with O'Hara. We should be 2-1. Heck, we could be 3 and fucking 0 because Kansas City didn't look that good last night. You know, who was their fucking best receiver? Tyquan Thornton? He wouldn't play for the fucking Patriots, and he couldn't even like get fucking targets with them. Mahomes made him look like a fucking, goodness fucking gracious. I mean, and I just think next week it's not going to get any better. I'm telling you, you lose to New Orleans, and Brian Daboll needs to be fired immediately. Because there's no fucking way he'll survive after Philly. You know, I thought that the culture was completely changed with this, during the preseason. They looked happy. They looked, positive and shit like that. And it took one fucking quarter to just wipe that all gone. When you can't fucking get your fucking best fucking playmaker anything. I mean, yeah, he had 2 targets in the first half. I mean, the first one, yeah, it was a fucking moonball, but the thing was, the ball, but it never even made it there. But when you have Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Nabers go for over 300 yards, and then after 3 quarters, they don't have a fucking single fucking catch or even yards, who do we blame for that? That is on coaching. That is on game planning. Yes, they ran the ball. I figured they'd say, that would open up the fucking passing. I mean, Scatterbo, he played a great game. The NFL is going to fucking love him. Because I guarantee you he's going to catch a fine for lowering his helmet on one play. Guaranteed. But I don't know what else to say about this team. This team's got talent all over the fucking place. And yet, Brian Daboll has no clue how to fucking maximize it. He think he does, but he doesn't. You got a stud left tackle. Now you have not one but 2 running backs. You got a fucking wide receiver. You got Wan'Dale Robinson as a good slot receiver. Darius Slayton, who got involved there. It was shocking that he got involved early, but that's the thing. If you know that Wan'Dale and Malik are double teamed, it's up to fucking Slayton to get himself open and to win his fucking one-on-ones. And you need to scheme shit up. I just think with a new offensive coordinator that is creative, that is up and coming, and also you got Theo Johnson, and you get a defensive, and then you go get yourself a defensive coordinator, because projected to be the number 1 offensive line, and yet Yeah, we have 6 sacks, but the way this team, rushes the passer at times, this team should have at least 7 or 8 more. But, and on top of that, I haven't heard a peep from Javon Holland that we signed. I figured he'd make a difference. He's been dead quiet. Paulson Adebo, he should have had at least 2 interceptions last night. But, he can't catch the fucking ball. So, I don't know what else to say, but like I said, I don't know what else to say about the Giants. Bad teams find ways to lose games, and that's what they fucking did again. Yes, they stayed in the fucking game without a fucking kicker and shit like that. And yet, they can't figure out a way to win a game when this was winnable. I don't know. Can I don't know. Can someone explain to me? I just think that you watched, like I said, you watched the landscape and you watched teams with backup quarterbacks put up 30, 40 points, and yet we can't even fucking put up fucking 10. And I don't know. I can blame Joe Shane on contracts and shit like that. But yes, he did put this team together. But like I always said, it's up to Brian Daboll and his coaching staff to develop these players, and he's done a fucking poor job. When are people gonna fucking realize this? Realize it. It's all Brian Daboll. It's all his coaching staff. John Mara says, my patience is running thin. You know what, John? If your patience is really running thin now, you do something if they lose to New Orleans. Because I know that you are embarrassed by this franchise on what it's become. I know you have. Make a statement. Make a fucking statement. Because the fans are fucking livid. We've been the worst fucking franchise for the last, 6, 7 years. It was Mara's mistake to retain Daboll and retain Kafka and retaining he should have said nope. I don't want to fucking hear. I don't want to go do another fucking coaching search. Well, you know what? If this one isn't fucking working, then why are you bringing them back and it's going through the same fucking shit? And then coming off to the podium each and every time. Not good enough, 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 not good enough. Of course it ain't fucking good enough. I'm just fucking, I've had it. I look forward to watching the Giants. Now I look forward to them, how are they going to lose this game? That's how I looked at it last night. Did I expect the Giants to put up another 30 on that defense? No. I expected a lot more in the pass. A lot more. The running game was fine. And I mean, you can blame Russell Wilson all you want, but I just think if people are fucking clamoring for Jackson Dart, he's not ready. He's not ready. You think you're going to put him in against Philly? Against that pass rush? I mean, to be able to read the defense and then read it pre and post snap, and you have to fucking grasp it immediately. And this ain't fucking college where, the speed of the game is so fucking quick. But I think that, and if you look at the plays that Jackson Dart has been in so far, and it's been a couple where it's been, he's kind of froze because it came crashing down on him fast, and I don't think he realized that. So, and that's why I think he's not ready. If you want to put him after the bye week, the last 2 games, fine. I'm completely for that. At least he has some fucking game. At least he has some, game reps, especially in December and whatnot. But having him come in these 4-5 fucking 4-play shit's not gonna work. So that's about it for today. We'll see what happens this week. We'll see how long Tracy's out for. I don't know. We'll see. But 0-3, soon to be 0-4.